A YC startup founder promised me equity. I worked 80 hours per week for 18 months. When I quit, he said it was just discussions and deleted the Slack messages. Real story, Reddit, last month. 847 upvotes, 312 comments of people saying, same thing happened to me. And there are dozens more just like it. Thousands of startup employees right now are sitting on verbal promises of equity. No paperwork, no signatures, just trust me, you are like a family. Until the exit happens or funding comes through, and suddenly, crickets. Today, I'm breaking down why founders keep making this toxic mistake, what it actually costs them, and how HR can stop this before it destroys your startup's reputation. Stick around because I'm sharing 3-step framework every founder needs starting today. Let's go. Let me show you what's happening on Reddit and Quora right now. First story, November 2024 from a startup. A backend developer worked for 14 months building an AI SaaS product for that company. Founder kept saying, once we close our seed round, you're getting 3%. They closed $2 million. Founder suddenly says, actually, that was if you were a full time. You were a contractor. Best I can do is 0.5% with a 2-year cliff. Second one, January 2025, on Quora, a user mentioned he was an early employee at a fintech startup. Verbal promise of 5 to 7% equity. Helped land their first 50 customers. Company got acquired for $45 million. The employee received a thank you email and a 25,000 Amazon voucher. The three co-founders split 38 crores. These aren't outliers. A 2024 study by AngelList found that 38% of startup employees report equity promises that were never formalized. And here's what founders don't realize. Every single one of these stories is now public, permanent, and Googleable. Your next hire, they are reading these threads. So, why do founders do this? Let me give you the uncomfortable truth. Reason 1, fear of commitment. Founders avoid paperwork because equity means hard numbers, valuation, dilution, and legal fees. And if the person doesn't work out, they don't want to be stuck. So, they stay vague on purpose. Reason 2, emotional manipulation disguised as culture. They genuinely believe saying you are a family and we are all gonna be rich is motivating. What they don't realize, without documentation, it's not inspiration, it's manipulation. And smart people smell it immediately. And the brutal reality is when you break an equity promise, you don't just lose that employee, you lose every person they tell. And in 2026, they are telling thousands on Reddit. And here's the part that will make founders uncomfortable. Let me show you what this actually costs. Number 1, reputation death. One viral Reddit post destroys your employer brand for years. I've seen founders unable to hire senior people because candidates Googled them and found threads like, don't work for XYZ companies, they are equity scammers. Number 2, team exodus. When one person realizes you're not honoring the commitment, everyone starts asking questions. You don't lose just one employee, you lose 5 other good ones who were watching how you handled it. And here's the one nobody talks about, investor ghosting. Smart VCs do back channel references. If your ex employees are bitter and loud online, that series A or B you are chasing, it's not going to happen. I've personally seen 2 startups lose funding offers because investors found disgruntled equity threads during their due diligence. Is saving a few thousand rupees in legal fees and 2.5% equity really worth all that? Here's how HR and founders who partner with HR can fix this permanently. Step 1, document everything from day 0. The moment you verbally discuss equity, draft a simple 1-page agreement, even if you're not incorporated yet. Write, upon incorporation, so and so employee will receive X% of equity with a 4-year vesting schedule and 1-year cliff. Get it signed. Just takes 20 minutes. Use standard ESOP templates reviewed by a startup lawyer. Make it signed and dated by both parties. No exceptions. Step 2, transparency over vagueness. Create a simple equity FAQ. How does vesting work? What if I leave? What's my equity actually worth? Etc. Share it during onboarding. Update it quarterly so employees can see their vested equity tracking in real time. Ambiguity breeds resentment. Clarity builds trust. Transparency eliminates 90% of equity drama. Step 3, Make it non negotiable. If you can't put it in writing, don't say it. Period. Make that a company value. If a founder makes a verbal promise in Slack or in meetings, HR ensures it's formalized in 7 days or revoked immediately. Build accountability into founder behavior. Include equity documentation, discipline in board reviews. Make it a culture. Because if you can't put it in writing, you shouldn't be saying it. And here's what I want you to take away today. If you're a founder, stop thinking equity promises are just motivational tools. They are legal, emotional, and financial commitments. Treat them that way. If you're in HR, this is your moment to lead. Build the systems that protect both the company and the people who believe in it. And if you're an employee, holding a verbal promise, get it in writing today. If they refuse, you have your answer. Equity isn't loyalty, honoring your word is. If this resonated with you, hit subscribe. I am Richa Chandra and I'm building this channel to give you the real HR and founder lessons people avoid talking. No fluff, no theory, no gyan. Just lived experience from 15 plus years in the startup trenches. Comment red flag if you have been promised equity with no paperwork. Let's see how big this problem is. See you in the next one.